back. You know, I had her back when she did some stupid stuff. She had my back when I did stupid stuff. We held hands when we did stupid stuff together. And so since we were like joined at the hip, when Nick came in, I was like, who is this guy? What does he think he is? He's kind of strange. I don't know about that accent. It's fake, real. But, you know, over time he kind of grew on me. And I couldn't imagine a better couple. So, here's to Nick and Liz. Yay.
Hoorah.
Well, I'm Rachel Zalk, as most of you know, and I'm Nick's sister. And first, I just wanted to start by telling you guys a joke. So there's this zebra that died and went to heaven. Just kidding, I will spare you all. If you want to know about the zebra joke, you can ask me later. But Nick and Liz will appreciate it. So, anyways, Lizzie me and her have been friends for probably like a year or so, year and a half or whatever. And at first we didn't really know each other. We weren't really friends at all. We were just like, oh, she's kind of weird. Didn't talk. And then God really worked in her life and just really pursued her and showed her who he was, and we became just the best of friends. And Lizzie, I just really love your heart for God and just that you're always there for me. You just give me such awesome advice, and you always keep me on the straight and narrow and tell me the truth in love, even if I don't always want to hear it, but you do it lovingly. We had some pretty epic times together that we won't go into details about. Something I really admire about your character is how much that you love others, and it really shows that you just hug on people and love on them and care for them, and you relate to them and really show God's grace, and I really appreciate that about you. Nick, you've been my brother my whole life, and you've always been there for me through just good times and bad times, and you've always pointed me to Christ and just been a spiritual leader in my life and shown me what a godly man looks like and what a servant looks like, and I really appreciate that about you. And just even if I'm bawling, you hug me and hold me, and if I'm going crazy and laughing, you laugh with me. And I just really appreciate your spiritual leadership and just how much that you love God. And I'm thankful for how protective you are of me and just caring about me. And I just want to tell you both that to keep your marriage centered on Christ and depend on Him. And Ephesians 2:8 and 9 is, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. And that verse really shows our dependency for Christ, because it's His gift to us, not anything we earn. And so for you guys to always depend on Christ, to love each other, that's the only way your marriage will succeed, is to depend on God to give Him strength when you don't want to love each other. You've got to look to Him to give you that. So I love you both. Here's to Nick and Liz.
Hoorah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, my name is Jesse. I'm a big fan of speeches.
Oh, come on.
There's a lot of love for them, me being up here. So I wrote mine out. So, Nicholas James Zalk, my partner in crime, the brother I could run to time after time, the one who told me about my sin, Jesus, and heaven on our bunk beds when I was about 7. We did everything together. Whether it was football, soccer, volleyball, baseball, wrestling matches, any other sport, we played everything, no matter what kind of weather it was. We fought, and yes, it would get heated when we competed, but we loved each other no matter what. You better believe it. And yes, you are faster than me, even with my mad speed. Through the years, I see other little bros hating their big grow. And I say to myself, how could I ever betray the one that helped me grow? I couldn't and wouldn't do that to my big bro. Although you were the role model I didn't deserve, it would have been nice not to have had my face smashed on a curb. Or had dog poop flown in my face. But no matter what we went through, he always encouraged me to press on in the race. And not just the physical race, but the spiritual one. And whether I lost or whether I won, the only thing that mattered is if I glorified the Holy One. So now that you're married and starting a new life, never stop relying on God, no matter how hard the pain and strife. From everything I know about Liz, she will be a wonderful wife. Love her like Christ has loved you, and lead her as God has led you. At times, it won't be easy for the both of you, but God takes us through the trials and the fire for His glory, and sometimes for reasons we don't understand. Just remember that you both are in His hands, and one day you'll worship Him in the promised land. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the both of you. And when I heard the news you were engaged, I didn't feel like I was losing you. I was happy we added a new member to the Zalk crew.
Hoorah.
I want you both to know how much I love you. And Nick, I'm thankful to the Lord that He gave me a brother like you. And I couldn't have asked for a better brother, friend, and role model that loved me like you did. Thank you for all the memories. I can't wait to make so many more. I love you, bro. I love you, sis. Cheers to Nick and Liz.
I'm Peter, Zalk, Nick's brother. So yeah, I guess I'll start with the prettier of the two, Lizzie. Like Rachel said, we've probably known Lizzie for a year or so, whatever, it doesn't matter, it feels like forever. Seeing who Lizzie is now and like how she was before, there's just been a drastic change in her life and how far God has brought her, and seeing how mature she is now, and I just know she's going to be an amazing wife. And she's just so personal with people, and she's so in depth with them. She's not on the surface. She's not just, oh hey, how's it going? But it's personal, and you can feel that when she comes up to you, and she's so warm and loving, and I know that it's just going to be such a perfect match with them, and how she's just been such a great sister already, and I've already thought of her as my sister, and she's been an amazing sister, and it'll be hard to catch up with Rachel with memories, but we'll be right up there. And Nick, just like going through the years and being my older brother, and just always having a person to go to, and all four of us siblings all went to Preset Bible Camp, and 2 years ago, being up there, Nick being the big bad boy that he was, he said that he couldn't pin me or Jesse or both of us at the same time, and we were wrestling in one of the in rooms, and within 10 or 15 seconds, Nick was on his back. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. So yeah, just being an awesome bro and always being there for us, and like Jesse and Rachel said, whenever we're crying or going through something, you'll always be there for us, and I know you always will be there for us, and even though it doesn't feel like we're losing you, but we're gaining another one. And so it's just awesome to see God working in you too, and that I know He'll work through you guys into other people's lives, and He'll bless you guys. To Nick and Liz.